flower spoon. What's a flower spoon?
I put it in my. I keep my flour in Tupperware,
Yeah, someone
and that's my spoon. I just leave it in the Tupperware,
else.
and somehow it got loose.
Live.
Can you hear me if I'm singing from back here?
It's not great though. There's a whole bunch of feedback. I don't know what's going on.
Did you turn on an original sound?
Hmm.
Let me hear. My bad. What? How's your gain on
I turned down the gain.
the? Yeah. Let's see how that sounds.
Okay, test, 1 1 2 2, testing 1 1 2 2.
It's better. It's just a little echoey. Turn it down a little bit more.
Universal, not cardioid, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, your gain was just too high.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't have it all the way up because it picks up everything.
Shabbat Shalom and welcome. We want to wish everybody a wonderful, wonderful Shabbat and especially a wonderful Passover, a Chag Sameach, a great holiday. I hope you're having wonderful Seders and the opportunity to come together and to celebrate is really wonderful. And we're looking forward to celebrating with so many people tomorrow night at Temple with our community Seder. And if you haven't made arrangements to join us in person, please make sure that you join us if you wish on Zoom. And we'll have people in person, we'll have people on Zoom, we'll have people on YouTube. It'll all be wonderful. So thank you, Yael, for joining us and providing some wonderful music this evening. And so we'll begin with Ma Yafeh Hayom on page 10.
Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom. Shabbat, Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom. Shabbat, Shalom.
We turn together to page 20 and welcome our Shabbat bride, our extra special, not only Shabbat bride, but our Pesach bride as well. We'll welcome so many mystical guests in this Passover experience. We'll, of course, welcome Eliyahu Hanavi, Elijah the prophet. We'll welcome Miriam the prophetess as she comes into our hearts with life-saving water. And we're so excited to have Shabbat become part of this Passover celebration this year. So we'll continue page 20, Lecha Dodi.
La 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 lecha dodi, la 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 likrat kala, la 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 b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, yishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad, u'shmo echad, l'Hashem ul tiferet v'lithilah. La 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 lecha dodi, la 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 likrat kala, la 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 b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu
turn together to page 24 and extend this wonderful greeting, Shalom Aleichem, on peace may be on you, and of course the response on you, may there be peace.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu.
We turn together to page 26 as we join in Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkada ve'yitkada Shemei Rabba.
Amen.
Ve'amad yivrach yirtei ve'amlich malchutei.
B'chayechonu yom echad u'b'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'gala, ba'gala, u'bizman kariv.
Ve'imeru
Amen.
Yehei Shmei Rabba mevorach le'alam alal me'amaya.
Yitbarach.
Yitbarach ve'yishabach v'yitba'ar v'yishramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal Shmei Dekudasha Barichu La'ela min kol berchata v'shirata
Tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran be'alma.
ve'imeru
Amen. The following page, we join in our in Baruch Hu.
Lai, 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 lai.
Hey, I, lai, 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 lai,
Baruch Hu et Adonai, Hamevorach, Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai, Hamevorach, Le'olam, Le'olam Ba'ed. Praise Adonai, to whom our praises due. Praise Adonai, to whom our praises due. Praise Adonai, to whom our praises due. Ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la.
And on page 30, we join in Ma'ariv Aravim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro Ma'ariv Aravim. B'chokhmah poteach sha'arim, u'bitvuna meshane itim, u'machalif et hazmanim, u'misader et hakochavim, b'mishmaroteihem b'rakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or, ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו. אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, מעריב ערבים. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו, וקומנו נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו, ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, נגע יומם ולילה. ואהבת אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל.
We turn together to page 34 and join in Shema.
שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. 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 ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד.
And we continue on page 36 with Va'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered. At Sinai, we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets, instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Michamocha, this is the scene. Today, this is the evening. We leave Egypt tonight. And in a few days, we arrive at the sea and we can't cross. And we can't cross and we don't know what to do. And the Egyptians are chasing behind us. And with the Egyptian army fast approaching from behind and the sea in front of us in desperation, we don't know what to do. Until one guy, Nachshon ben Aminadav, starts walking into the sea singing, Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, who is like you amongst all that are worshipped? And just as the water closes over his head, the sea splits, teaching us that important message in Jewish life that says we have to partner with God. We have to partner with God to create, to build, to advance, to grow, to learn. Had Nachshon not partnered and taken a chance and walked into the sea, we could have perished on the shore. But he did. He took that chance. And we have to take those chances too. Those chances to experience new things, to grow, to learn together. So I hope at your Seders this evening or tomorrow, we take that moment to think about ways we can learn, ways we can grow, ways we can expand what we do, whether it's at temple, it's at home, wherever you can do it. And so we join together in our song of freedom, Mi chamocha. Page 43. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will. we turn to page 45. We think of Vishamru, that prayer which says, we are the guardians, the protectors of Shabbat. And Shabbat is really metaphoric or emblematic of all holidays. And in the same way that Shabbat is something that we protect, it's also something that protects and guides us. So as we come together and celebrate Shabbat and the holidays, we do that in a sense of mutual kind of help, that although we are protecting and nurturing and cherishing that tradition of Shabbat and holidays and Pesach, especially tonight, all of those also protect and nurture us. Let's join together Vishamru, page 44. We turn together to page 46 for Amidah. Adonai sifatai tiftach, ufiagit tehilatecha. Adonai, open our lips, that our mouths may declare your praise.
Adonai sifatai, sifatai tiftach, ufiagit tehilatecha. Adonai sifatai, sifatai tiftach, ufiagit tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah. El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol. V'zocher chasdei avot v'imahot, u'mevii geula livnei bneihem, leman shemo be'ahava. Melech ozer u'mashiach u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, magen Avraham v'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayei hakol atah rav lehoshia. Mechakel chayim bechesed, mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim verofech olim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato lishanei afar, michamocha bal gevurot, umido melach, melech menit umechayeh, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Days pass and the years vanish, and we walk sightless among miracles. God, fill our eyes with seeing and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence, like lightning, illumines the darkness in which we walk. Help us to see wherever we gaze, that the bush burns unconsumed, and we, clay touched by God, will reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder, how filled with awe is this place. We did not know it. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Page 57. You are with us in our prayer, our love and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. Let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul or light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Page 61. Grant us peace, your most precious of gifts, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples, the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness in our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. We take a few moments for silent prayer. We turn inward to those thoughts, those hopes we have for ourselves, for our community, for our sense of Passover, our journeys. Passover is the celebration of journeys, journey from slavery to freedom, emblematic of the journeys that we all have throughout our lives, the journeys that we have that begin with struggles, and we eventually hope and pray that we reach peace and security and resolution. And those journeys happen again and again throughout our lives. And that really is the essence and the strength and power of the Passover experiences that we know from the very beginnings of our history, that journeys are not easy. They're filled with complications and challenges. But we also know that we get to reach the other side of freedom and peace. Silent prayer.
May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. Be Roma. Oh, say shalom. Be Roma.
Aseh, shalom. Aseh, shalom. Aseh, shalom.
May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, peace down.
We turn together to page 253, and we think of all those who need a blessing of healing, whose hearts are heavy with sadness because they're dealing with terrible crisis and trauma in Ukraine. We think too of all their friends and family and all those around the world who are suffering. We think of those who are ill, those who continue to battle with COVID-19 and their families and caregivers, and all those who need an extra blessing of healing, especially during these festival times. And in our congregation, we think of Jeannie Neibauer, Julie Matthews, Dane Marcinowski, Maggie Lee, Noya Grinberg, Stacy Mason, Bridget Mueller, Mary Ann Piscatelli, Joan Rosenthal, Cheryl Marcinowski, Jacob Adams, Pat Hanna, Doug Ford, Steve Toddleben, Michael Goldman, Linda Lyons, Merv Weinman, Diane Levy, Frank Fusaro, Katie Alaya, Renee Goldman, Phil DeFrancesco, Jay Kaler, Nancy Kohler, Debbie Perry, Amy Doherty, Dick Metcalf, and Robin Lewis. If you have a name that you would like to add, please put that name into our chat box. Say that name out loud, throw that name into our prayers and out to the universe as we send our blessings of healing to all who need.
Source of strength, who bless the ones before us.
We want to wish everybody a very, very wonderful Passover, a Chag Sameach. Chag means a holiday and Sameach is happy. So we wish everybody a happy holiday. That happens several times throughout the liturgical calendar. We have three major Chagim, the three major holidays of Pesach, Shavuot, and then Sukkot in the fall. And we connect two of them, Pesach to Shavuot, as we count the days between Pesach and Shavuot. We count them because Pesach is that festival of freedom, but why go free? The only reason we go free is so that 49 days later, 7 weeks later, we can stand at the base of Mount Sinai and as a community enter into the sacred covenant between God and the Jewish people. And it's that covenant that we begin renewing tonight, and we'll count the days between tomorrow and Shavuot. And on Shavuot, we'll celebrate together once again with our confirmation class on Friday night, and then a whole weekend of activities. We'll have a Tikkun Leil Shavuot, so we'll have actually a whole 24 hours worth of Jewish learning available to you. We're bringing that as part of a consortium of congregations, so all be available on Zoom. There'll be many, many different kinds of opportunities, and you can click in and experience all sorts of different things at any time of day or night for that period. So it should be really interesting. And then we'll conclude as we conclude that weekend, we'll come together and conclude with Havdalah and then our annual meeting. So lots to look forward to. And if you have not made arrangements for second Seder tomorrow, please join us on Zoom. We will be showing the Haggadah sharing the text of the Haggadah, so you'll be able to follow along easily. And looking forward to seeing everybody at Temple. Okay, let's turn together to Aleinu, page 282.
It's up to us to call ourselves to task, to sing what's good and true, to bring about redemption. It's what we were free to do. For what's the point of being here if we're not moved to change our ways? Aleinu Leshabeach, it's time to live our praise. We are carrying the stories of the ones who came before, but stories will be told of us when we are here no more. We commit ourselves to action, brings meaning to our days. Aleinu Leshabeach, it's time to live our praise. It's up to us to own the vision. We are an answer to a call. It's up to us to live the words we speak for the benefit of all. It's up to us to bow down deeply. There's a broken world to raise. Aleinu Leshabeach, it's time to live our praise. Aleinu Leshabeach, it's time to live our praise.
Next Friday evening, we'll join together in our conclusion of Passover's service, which will also include Yizkor. So if you haven't previously sent in a picture of somebody that you would like us to include, please email that to me, and I'll be happy to include it in our Yizkor slideshow. And we'll have a chance to think of all those on whose shoulders we stand and who used to be perhaps around our Seder tables and who we have such fond memories and love for and we miss deeply. And so this evening, we're in the period of Shloshim for David Buckle, the brother of Roberta Barilla, and we observe Yartzeit for Leonard Schmidt, Francis Strong, Joseph Pollack, Jacob Aaron, Madeline Marks, Edward Ivan Zaks, Joseph Birnbaum, William Levin, Tobiah Castleman, Abe Danneman, Joseph L. Lochner, Dora Weiner, Saul Shavransky, Sidney Schuster, Barbara Castleman, Solomon Joel Harris, Nanette Kossel Linville, Annie Leah Rosenbaum, and Hannah Eisenberg. Again, if you have names that you would like to include, please add them into our chat box as we turn together to the words of Kaddish on page 294. Yitkadal veyitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach rotei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayachon uvyomechon uvchayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'alam u'lalmei armaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudsha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. May the one who grants peace in the high and distant heights grant peace for us, for all Israel, for all the world. And we say, Amen. There are really no significant announcements except to say that we will not be having any services tomorrow morning in lieu of Seder that Saturday evening. So if you don't see us on YouTube or whatever tomorrow morning, that's why. And we're looking forward to having everybody at Seder or joining us on Zoom and joining us again on Friday for a full weekend next week. So we wish everybody Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach. Have a wonderful, wonderful Passover, happy and healthy. And we're going to end with Ozi v'zimrat Yah. God is my strength as I sing to God praise.
Ozi v'zimrat Yah, vayehi v'yeshua. 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 Ozi v'zimrat Yah, vayehi v'yeshua.
Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach. Have a wonderful Passover. Stay safe. We'll see you soon.